Hey there everyone, it's Lynnea for Miss Ink Stamps. Today I'm going to be playing with a stamp set that's new in my craft room, the Pine Forest background. I love silhouette stamps. I think that they're absolutely gorgeous and they're easy to do with a variety of different techniques. You can easily do some quick ink blending and stamp or an emboss resist technique, but today I'm going to be showing you how to use some Nuvo Shimmer Powders. I've had these powders in my stash for a long time and I used them quite frequently, and then I kind of let them sit there and they need some love, and so I thought I would show you how I like to use them with silhouette stamps, specifically the Pine Forest stamp from Miss Ink Stamps. So this is a smaller stamp. It's going to fit right across a lengthwise A2 card, but I like that it's shorter because that's going to allow me to really show a lot of color in my background. I'm using 3 colors of the Nuvo Shimmer Powder. I have Solar Flare, Cherry Bomb, and Blue Blitz. I had pulled out a purple as well, but I really wanted to just stick to the primary colors and let the colors mix. As with most crafty products, there are many ways to use these Nuvo Shimmer Powders, but here's how I like to use them. I like to have the colors mix, but I also like to see the individual colors. So I'm going to work one color at a time, and all I'm doing is taking a small amount of the powder and kind of tapping the end of the bottle to disperse that powder, get it out of the bottle and onto my paper. It is watercolor cardstock I'm working on. And then I'm taking a water sprayer, just regular, clear, clean water, and I am pulling on the trigger like a quarter of the way. So the water is like, it's not spraying, it's more like kind of spritzing out. And that's going to give me just a little bit of reaction, and I am drying the colors in between each color. That way they will mix. So the blue is going to mix with the red to make a purple, as well as with the yellow to make the green, and the red and yellow will mix together to make a bit of an orange color. But you see that these colors kind of stay not blobby, because they definitely are blooming out, but I like the way that you can see each color individually as well as see them mixing. So I am just half or quarter kind of squeezing that trigger just a little bit and just spritzing the color out. I created a second background. I figured I might as well, since I have my products out, I might as well go ahead and make a second card. And I dried the panels very well with my heat gun. Now I'm going to do a bit of stamping and heat embossing with the Pine Forest background. Now, if I wanted to, I could have stamped the Pine Forest background first and heat embossed, and then use the Nuvo Shimmer Powders over the top for an emboss resist look. But sometimes I find that these powders change the color of the embossing powder. Not a lot, but just ever so slightly, and I really wanted a crisp image. So that's why I colored first and I'm stamping second. I'm using a pigment ink. VersaFine Clair is Onyx is what I'm using, and this is usually a super black and pigmented ink. But because I'm stamping on watercolor cardstock, I do need to put 2 or 3 layers of ink down so that the ink gets into the crevices. I am going to sprinkle on some clear embossing powder and heat this up and heat set this so that I will have shiny trees as well as a shimmery background, because those Nuvo Shimmer Powders are shimmery. I'll hold this up to the camera in just a minute so that you can see everything happening. For my sentiment, I'm using the Everyday Sentiment stamp set, and I'm going to keep it simple. I'm working on black cardstock. I'm going to be sure to put down my anti-static powder tool, and I grabbed a sentiment and I'm just going to white heat emboss this. Unfortunately, my family has suffered a loss of a family member, and I found myself needing some sympathy cards, and so I thought these cards that just say "You're in my heart" with this color would be a nice way to send a quick pick-me-up and let some family members know that they've been on my mind. I'm just going to trim these black sentiment strips down into little banner edges and pop that up, put that off to the right-hand side, and that finishes these quick and easy cards. There's so many techniques you can do with silhouette stamps, and I will definitely be using the Pine Forest stamp set again in the future video because I love the simplicity of this stamp. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you to everybody for watching this video. I have linked the products that I used below, or used in this card below in the video description. I'll catch you again in the next video. Bye! Thank you again very much for watching this video. If you liked this video and you'd like to see more from me, please hit that subscribe button that is on the screen now. And here are a few other videos that I thought you might enjoy.